Today we're here for our first annual Gathering the Village 2023 opportunity to really highlight and understand collective impact in central Minnesota around education and the Strive Together model. And it's been just really inspiring to see so many different sectors of our community coming together to get their first taste or dip their toes into what collective impact can be and could be in a strengthened opportunity. We've been doing it in some different ways and shapes and forms throughout central Minnesota, and really to have this as a next step level launching pad for us and inspire the community to get even more intentional about collective impact is really the goal for today. So we have 3 different rooms here today, or 3 different sessions that we're highlighting on collective impact projects that have happened within central Minnesota over the past so many years. And so the first one focuses on early childhood and is called Welcoming All Babies. And that project is really focused on listening to the voices of underserved and underrepresented families who have recently experienced a childbirth in central Minnesota. And what the project did then was take these voices, take these stories, take this data and information and help to shift systems to better embrace and understand some of the cultural expectations, norms, and opportunities to embrace and enhance different ways to welcome all babies into central Minnesota. Our second project really focused on student success called Lion Man Literacy Project, and really started back all the way in 2017 when we were doing some data gathering and determined that we really needed to focus on our Black students here in central Minnesota and focused on positive identity development based on a variety of data. And then the last opportunity focuses on EPIC, Career and College Readiness. EPIC stands for Exploring Potential Interests in Careers. And EPIC is literally what its name is, EPIC. It pulls together over 20 school districts, 100 community businesses and partners, higher education institutions, nonprofits, the government sector, all really centered and focused on creating career readiness opportunities for young people in central Minnesota. And there's a big one-day EPIC Day event that brings over 4,500 students to central Minnesota to really get some hands-on experiences from all of the different businesses and career clusters aligned with the Minnesota. Listening to the panel discussion for me was really inspiring. Having been part of Partner for Student Success and Collective Impact myself since about 2016 very directly, and prior to that in the school district I worked with, had some different roles in it, to see how it's evolved over time and to have all of these amazing leaders recognize the importance of that, from Superintendent Dr. Lori Putnam to Bruce Watkins, who was one of the people who started Partner for Student Success when he was superintendent, Commissioner Willie Jett, who was here from the Minnesota Department of Education, and Vice President at St. Cloud State University, Jason Woods, talking about just the importance of our village, our community, and how we can move opportunities, change systems for our kids to make better outcomes happen in our future, and to know that they're proud of the work that has happened here is really important for us to embrace in central Minnesota, and to think about what's next and what more we can do to make even better outcomes happen for our community is what was really inspiring.
Pastor James Alberts with Higher Works Collaborative. Welcome to Gathering the Village 2023, also known as GTV 23. When we first started talking about bringing this conference to St. Cloud, we talked about the idea of collective impact, not as a new idea, but as something that had always been going on here. What we realize in central Minnesota is that the work that we do, it requires each and every other organization, entity, institution to be able to effectively work to the success of children and families in the areas of education, but also just in life. And so we have taken this Strive Together model of working together and looking at a cradle to career and beyond perspective, so that we have a chance to be able to showcase and talk about the successes, but also look at some of the challenge areas that we have an opportunity to improve on and make things better.
This event, Gathering the Village 2023, really started with a small group of folks who attended a Strive Together conference that really gathered a lot of different people, organizations across the nation into one shared space, and everyone shared stories of inspiration and success that happened when they rallied around the collective impact framework. And so it sparked the idea of, if they can host something nationally, can we host something here in our community? And if so, how can we gather folks around shared space here to have a common and foundational understanding of what collective impact really means, so that we can use it as a launch pad to promote further collaborative action and collective impact. So it was brought to one of our partner champion councils where all the attendees were invited to gather around small tables and really think about what they wanted it to look like, because this is collaborative and collective impact where all of the voices are able to share different ideas of what it could become. I will say that the planning itself was really unique in the sense that you'd think one entity or agency would be the lead in planning, but as we see today, it is people who are presenting who are partners with United Way or partners with different agencies, but there are so many different people here in this moment that are helping to make this event be such a success that truly does showcase, like, this is a project or a program that has been developed around what collective impact means, and it's showing.
waxaan joognaa maanta library-ga weyn ee magaalada St. Cloud Great River Regional Library. waxaan isugu nimid xaflad lagu magac daray Gather the Village, macnaheedu yahay sukeenka maxaa la dhahay xaafadda. waxaa looga hadlayay ahmiyadda ay leedahay in shaqo la wada qabto oo gacmaha la isqabsado si loo meel mariyo dhibaatooyinka xal looga dhibaatooyinka haysta ilmaha da'da yar ee iskuulada aada. waxa la yiraahdo collective impact. waxaa iskugu yimid hay'adaha waaweyn ee degan magaalada degan oo ballaaran. annaga waxaan ka soconay xarunta Cairo oo anigu aan ka shaqeeyo. waxaa joogta waaxda waxbarashada gobolka MDE Commissioner Willie Jad oo isaga waagii hore inta ka shaqeyn jiray ahaa madaxa iskuulaadka St. Cloud iyo madax kale oo tiro badan.
Assalamu alaikum, magacayga waa Hani. Maanta waxaan ka soo qayb galay Gathering the Village oo ay noo soo bandhigtay United Way-ga. aadaan ugu faraxsanahay dadka bulshada community organization yaasha isku imaadeen si aan communitygeena iyo bulshadeena u caawin lahayn. marka waxaan leeyahay thank you to United Way for putting this together, and waxaan ku faraxsanahay mustaqbalka siduu arrimaha isku bedeli doonaan oo dadkeena iyo communitygeena u caawin lahayn.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. maanta waxaynu halkan iskugu nimid Gathering the Village oo ay noo soo agaasintay United Way iyo hay'ado kale oo mataqaan caalami ah. waxaa sidaas oo kale ka soo qayb galaya shirkan isaga wasiirka waxbarashada ee hadda oo ahaan jiray mataqaana guddoomiyaheena guud Willie Jad iyo madax kale oo markaa waxaana laga wada hadlayaa sidii wax loogu qaban lahaa iyo horumarin loogu sameyn lahaa ardayda iyo ilmaheena wax kasta oo ku quseeya waxbarashada laga soo bilaabo maalinta dhisheen ilaa maalinta mataqaana ay kobceen. marka wax kasta oo waxtar leh oo waxbarashada xaggeeda ah in macnaha laga wada hadlo iyo wixii lagu kordhin karo caqli. marka ayagana waan ka dhageysanaynaa waxa ay fikrad noo hayaan, taasoo ayadana noo noqon doonto wax mataqaana wax nagu kordhiso fikirkeena iyo caqligeena iyo maaragtay go'aanadeena.